Internal provides everything you need to create any internal tool on top of your databases, APIs, and business apps. Let's take a look. Spaces is Internal's drag-and-drop app builder. Here's an example tool to manage rental inventory. Upcoming rentals are displayed in the table to the left. Some actions are at the top. Here's a form for editing. And rental details are on the right. All of these components can read and write from any system of choice. For example, this table queries a Postgres database. These actions are making API calls, and these images are coming from S3. Internal is designed with no-code builders in mind, so building an app like this takes minutes, and it doesn't require code or SQL. Just pick a component, like this chart, and drag it onto the canvas. Then choose where the data comes from, in this case, a Postgres database. Now, since this is a chart, we'll set up the x-axis, group the end date by months, and display multiple bars grouped by an attribute. If you're a developer, you can dive deeper with JavaScript and SQL at any time. Let's add some JavaScript that makes this chart visible when specific conditions are met. To make API requests or run custom database queries, create a function using the function editor. Here's a REST API that's been configured. You can add a transformer to manipulate data being returned and test out your function. Once you create a function, you can use it to power any component in your space. And when you're done editing, just publish your space to an environment, like staging or production, and you're all set. Internal also supports source control management, open pull requests, and commit and push changes according to your existing development process. Sometimes you need a structured way for teams to manage, track, and get work done. Queues is a flexible task system to do just that. Here's an example queue for processing refund requests. This queue has 5 states, but you can add as many as you need. Tasks can be created using forms or automatically using Internal's REST API. Each task has data and a set of actions. Actions can do almost anything. You can open a form, run a query, assign a task, link to another tool, and more. This one opens up a space to complete the task. Now let's go back and make a quick change to this queue. Right now, when a task is in the new state, you'll see a CTA to start the task. When the CTA is clicked, the assignee is updated to the person who took the action, and a space opens up, with the task ID passed in as the URL parameter. Now let's add a database query to update the status of the order. We'll let the user choose the status value from a dropdown. Now, when we click the Start button, a form is displayed with a dropdown, and a database query will run on Submit. Queues also comes with robust analytics, so you can see the productivity of your team and help optimize their workflow. Internal provides an easy way to run scheduled jobs and automate repetitive work across your databases, APIs, and business apps. Just specify when the automation should run, and optionally set start and stop dates. Then choose what you're automating. You can pick a database query, an API call, or a multi-step workflow. Chain together database queries, API calls, and more to create powerful workflows in minutes. You can also add conditional logic, loops, and execute JavaScript at any step. These multi-step workflows can run on a schedule, or you can use them with components as you build your internal tools. Every tool you create with internal is also protected with centralized granular access controls. Choose who has access to view and edit every field in your data sources. And internal will enforce these permissions across all of your internal tools. With internal, you'll get a detailed audit log of what happened and when, in case you ever need to audit any activity. If you're reading and writing data using APIs, internal also works with basic auth, OAuth, or any other custom auth mechanism required to authorize access. And of course, you can set up 2FA and SSO for additional security. Thanks for watching this demo. Feel free to contact us with any questions.